what I call tall frogger, okay? So you're gonna spread your knees out as wide as you can. Your feet can be together. So from the back, it's gonna look something like this. And our hands are right down in front of us, just like so. Good. And from here, I want your spine to be nice and tall. And we're gonna start with neck cars from this position, okay? So keep your shoulders down. Don't let your shoulders shrug up this way, okay? Keep them down, so activate those lats. Ready, nice and slowly, we're gonna bring our chin down towards our chest. From here, we're gonna rotate to the left, looking to the left and pointing our nose to the left. Then we're going to side bend, bringing our left ear up and over our left shoulder. Then we're going to extend, looking up and back, and we're going to rotate all the way over to the right side. Then we're going to bring our chin down towards our collarbone and rotate back towards the middle. And we're going to rewind, so we're going to look to the right, keeping our chin down. We're going to side bend to the right, bringing our right ear up and over our right shoulder. We're going to extend, looking up and back as far as we can. And we're going to rotate all the way over to that left side as far as we can first. Then bring that chin down towards that collarbone. Make sure those shoulders aren't riding up. Rotate back towards the middle. Good. Keep those shoulders down. Look up as far as you can. Up and back as far as you can. And bring that chin all the way back down towards your chest. And ready, rep number 2. Look to the left, scraping your chin alongside your chest. Side bend to the left, bringing that left ear up and over. Extend, looking up and back. And rotate all the way over to that right side. Bring that chin down towards that collarbone. Rotate towards the middle. And we're rewinding. Let's rotate to the right, scraping our chin alongside our chest. And we're going to side bend to the right. Extend, looking up and back, and we're going to rotate all the way over to that left side. Chin goes down. And we're back towards the middle. Very good. Let's drop down onto our elbows from this position. Good. So we're dropping down onto our elbows. And we're going to do the exact same thing. So first things first, do a position check. Make sure that your shoulders aren't shrugging up towards your ears. So really bring your shoulder blades down, engage those lats, and bring those shoulders away from your ears. And keep that tight the entire time. We're going to do the exact same thing, so neck cars from this position. So go ahead nice and slowly, bring that chin down towards your chest. We're going to rotate to the left. We're going to side bend to the left, bringing that left ear up and over. It's a lot harder from this position. Look up and rotate all the way over to that right side. Bring that chin down towards your collarbone and rotate it back towards the middle. Do a shoulder check. Make sure they're not shrugging up. Keep them down. Keep those lats engaged. Ready? And we're rewinding. Let's rotate to the right, scraping our chin alongside our chest. Side bend to the right. Extend, looking up, and rotate all the way over to that other side. Chin goes down towards our collarbone. And we rotate back towards the middle. Very good. From this position, bring your hands up. So now we're going to keep our hands more forward. We were here before with our hands back and our weight back. This time, we're going to keep our hands forward, but our knees stay exactly where they are. Good. From here, let's warm up our spine, okay? So we're going to do our cat-cow from this position. So almost a cat-cow from Frogger. So what I want everybody to do is bring your chin down towards your chest. Round your middle back. And as you start to round through your lower back, you're going to notice that tension and tightness through your adductors, those growing muscles. So go as far as your pelvis tightness will allow. And we're fully flexed, fully in a cat pose. And now we're going to go the other way. So we're going to start at the bottom. You're going to nice and slowly just untuck your tailbone and your pelvis, bringing your belly button down towards the ground. Slowly arch that spine and cascade that motion up your back. As we come all the way up, and now we're looking up as far as we can, as high as we can. And ready, let's come back. Bring that chin down towards your chest. Round through your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, and finally your pelvis. And one more time, let's come back. Slowly unlock and untuck your tail. Bring that belly button down towards the ground and arch through your lower back and work your way up your spine. All the way up your spine until we're looking up as far as we can, as high as we can. Good, and relax. Excellent. We're going to switch. It's a nice good stretch through the adductors. We're going to switch to what I call a collapsed 90-90 position. So we're going to start on the right side. And so 90-90, review for 90-90 is our torso is going to be facing this front knee. So in this case, we're going to start with our right knee forward, our right leg forward. And our right knee is bent at 90 degrees. And our back leg is lined up with this forward foot, okay? But now from this position, we're all gonna actually drop down onto this right elbow and make sure that this right elbow is in line with this right hip. Okay, so don't be out here. Don't be back here. Try to just come right here. Now, one thing that's gonna wanna happen is this right shoulder is gonna wanna collapse, okay? It's gonna wanna do that hey girl pose, that hey girl shoulder. Okay, get rid of that hey girl shoulder. So what I mean by that is get that away from your body. So use that lat down here and really engage and be strong through here. So now what we're going to be doing from 90-90 is we're going to warm up our left shoulder from this position, and we're going to do our shoulder cars from this position. Okay, so left side first, nice and slowly bring that left arm up and across your body. Up as high as you can, across your face. And as we bring it all the way up next to our ear, we're gonna rotate it in, and we're gonna send it towards that wall behind us, and we're gonna continue rotating in as we reach for that wall behind us. Continue rotating in until our arm is all the way at our side. Good. Let's do a hey girl shoulder check. Make sure this guy isn't collapsing. Okay, stay nice and strong on that elbow. And ready, let's rewind that rep. So if I'm here, we're gonna go back as far as we can first. We're gonna rotate open. We're gonna bring that arm all the way up, all the way across our body, and down. And let's go ahead and rewind, okay? Let's do rep number 2. Ready? Bring that arm up and across, all the way up. Now as we reach the top, as we reach our ear here, I want you to pretend like there's an X painted on this bicep here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate and send that X away from you and continue rotating as you reach for that wall behind you. Good. Continue rotating all the way, and that arm comes to our side, and now we're gonna rewind, okay? So we're gonna send that arm back as far as we can. once we reach this block here, that's our cue to rotate this arm open. Now we can bring it all the way up and across our body and down. Good, ready? One more. All the way up and across. Good, all the way up across our face. As we reach our ear, we're gonna rotate that X away. So we're gonna rotate the shoulder in and send it back into extension. So we're sending that arm back towards the wall behind us as we continue rotating in from that shoulder all the way up and around. Now we rewind, so we're gonna send that arm back, rotate it open, bring it all the way up and across. Excellent. We're actually going to do our hip cars from this position as well, okay? So stay down on this elbow, stay strong, don't let that hey girl shoulder collapse. Stay nice and strong. Left side hip cars, okay? Ready? Lift that leg off of the ground. Good. Now slowly bring that left knee up towards your chest. Good. Now slowly open that gate out towards, away from you. Good. Now we got to rotate in, so we're going to send this foot up. As we rotate in, knee stays exactly where it was. And now we send the leg back behind us. And we circle all the way around, keep it floating. And now we're rewinding, so we're going to send that leg back. We're going to lift it up. We're going to rotate it open. We're going to close that gate. Bring it down and float. Don't worry if that was confusing. We're going to be doing a lot, okay? So ready, and float that leg up. Slowly bring it up towards your chest. Open that gate. Keep this knee right here. Rotate this foot up and away. And now send that leg back as far as you can. All the way around, finish out that circle. And now we're rewinding, so we're gonna extend back. I'm gonna lift that leg up, rotate it open. Bring it all the way up, close that gate. Bring it back and down. Good, ready? Last rep, rep number 3. Lift that leg up. Bring it up towards your chest. Open that gate. Keep this knee right here. Rotate in. Send that leg back. Round out that circle all the way. And let's rewind. Send that leg back. Lift it up. Rotate it open. Close that gate. And down. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Switch sides. Left side. Good. So once again, 90-90. And then from here, I'm just going to collapse on this elbow. Boom, just like this. First things first, I want to avoid hey girl shoulder. Okay, so none of this. Keep this shoulder away. Okay, strong lat. Good, just like that. I'm going to start with shoulder cars on the right side. Ready, you open out that arm, bring it up and across our chest, all the way up across our face. As we reach our ear, we reach dilemma number 1, so we got to rotate in and send that arm back. Rotate all the way around. Good, and let's rewind, okay? So we'll send that arm back. Good, dilemma number 2, so we have to rotate it open. And now we can bring it all the way up. Good, and down. Ready, rep number 2, arm comes up. All the way across, even farther. Scrape it against your face, scrape your glasses off. Good, all the way to the top next to your ear. Nice and slow through this next part. Don't rush it. Rotate in. Send that arm back behind you. Nice and slow. Continue rotating in all the way around. Good, and our arm is fully rotated in our side, so we're going to send it back as far as we can and reach that dilemma. So now we have to rotate it open, bring it all the way up. Now that the joint is open, we can bring it all the way up and across. Good, and down. Ready, last rep. Bring that arm up. Keep that hey girl shoulder strong. All the way up and across. As we reach our ear, we're going to rotate in. Send that arm back. Continue rotating in. All the way around. Last rep. Keep that left shoulder strong. Send that arm back. Good. Rotate it open. Bring it all the way up and across and down. Excellent. Ready? Hip cars. Right side. Starting position. Let's go ahead and just float that right leg. Bring that knee up towards our chest. Get out of here, block. Good. Open that gate. Keep this knee where it is. Rotate in. Good. Send that leg back behind you. Woo! This side isn't as good. Woo! Send it all the way back and around. Keep it floating. And let's rewind. Send that leg back. Lift it up. Now rotate it open. Bring that knee up towards your shoulder. Close that gate. And we come back and down. Good. Wow. Ready? Rep number 2. Lift that leg up. Knee comes up towards your chest. Good. Hey girl, shoulders stay strong. Open that gate. Rotate in. Send that leg back, 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 back. All the way around. And we're rewinding. Send that leg back. Lift that knee up. Now rotate it open. Bring it up towards your shoulder. Close that gate. And back down. Good. Ready? Rep number 3. Lift that leg up. Up towards our chest. Open that knee out. Rotate in. Send that leg back. Round out that circle. And we're rewinding. Send it back. Lift it up and open. Rotate open. Bring that knee up towards your chest. Close that gate. And down. Excellent work. We're going to switch to knee stuff, okay? Knee stuff. Have a seat, okay? We're going to start with the left side first. So I'm going to make sure that you can see my long, lanky chicken leg. Okay, so first things first, we're going to do some knee capsular cars, okay? So specifically focusing on that rotation that I talked about in the beginning. So what I want everybody to do is keep your foot flat to start, just like this, knee bent at about 90 degrees, okay? Boom. And go ahead, just lift that foot up off of the ground this way and keep it locked nice and strong through here. And I want you to think about your heel as a pivot point, okay? And all you're gonna do is pivot through your heel, rotating that foot and this shaft of this tibia out, and then do the same thing, rotate it in as far as you can. Good. And go ahead and rotate it out. And rotate it in. Now you might find that the shaft of the tibia rotates for a little bit, and then after that it's just foot. one way or the other. That's normal. What we're trying to do is dissociate. So I only want you to move from the knee, and that means only moving from this tibia. So the way we're going to focus on that is there's a little bump on the front of your leg right through here. So if you find your kneecap and you just trace your finger down, you're going to come across a bump right here. It's where a lot of these connections to your quad muscles are. And what I want you to do is keep your fingers on that bump as you rotate your leg out and feel that bump move, and then rotate in and feel that bump move this way. Okay, now there's a muscle right next to that bump on the outside of it, so that if you bring your foot up and down like this, you're going to feel that muscle engage. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I'm not talking about the tibialis anterior muscle. I'm talking about the bone itself. So keep your fingers right here on the bone and rotate it out and feel that bone move out. That's coming from your knee. And then rotate in. Good. Go ahead, rotate out. And rotate it in. Good, and now we're gonna rotate out as far as we can. And we're gonna bring this left arm down and across this way, okay? And we're going to be stretching even farther out to what we're going to call external rotation, or rotating out. So we found what our limit is actively. Okay, let's say I can go out, whatever that is, 35 degrees. Now I'm going to bring my hand across here, and I'm going to guide this whole thing into an even deeper stretch, okay? So you should be feeling it around the inner part of your knee, right through here, if you are at all. It's a very slight stretch. For some of you, it might be even stronger. And we're just going to stay here for a little bit. Now we're going to be doing a pails and rails set from here. So what that entails is we're going to be, in a few seconds here, pushing into our left hand with our entire left lower leg. So we're going to be trying to rotate internally this way while our hand is pressing into our foot, not allowing anything to happen. So two opposing forces are going to match each other here. So I want everybody to very slightly start to push your leg and foot into your hand, rotating in, and then push equally back with your hand and arm down, not letting anything happen. And then I want you to push just a little bit harder. Now I don't want you to feel pain or discomfort here, so we're only going to take you to your maximum, safest, most comfortable level. Good, but I want you to continue holding and rotating internally. And now we're going to hold it for another 7, 6, 5, 4, and at the end of this countdown, 3, what we're going to try to do is go back to external rotation. So we're going to try to see if we can externally rotate even more. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and you can take your hand off, and I want you to actively externally rotate even farther and even deeper than you did before, as far as you can. Go out as far as you can, and you're going to feel it all through these muscles along the side of your leg, and continue holding for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring our hand back onto our foot and guide this whole thing into an even deeper stretch into rotation. Good. So now, obviously, it goes without saying, don't stretch yourself into a sprain or into anything that hurts. So use your best judgment. But we're trying to increase range of motion through this thing. Okay. So you should be feeling strong stretching sensations. Let's call them that. Good. Let's hold this stretch and just kind of breathe. Good. So now normally if we're doing a full set of pails and rails, we're talking about a 2-minute stretch on the front end and a 2-minute stretch on the back end. We're not going to be incorporating that long of a stretch, but I did want you to just feel the stuff that it takes to make the exercise happen. And now let's go ahead and rotate back towards the middle and then into internal rotation as far as you can. And go ahead and now bring this right arm and hand across your foot. And we're going to guide this foot and leg into a deeper internal rotation this way. Good. So now this one is a lot tougher to feel, okay? So keep holding it and I'll explain why. You naturally, just based on anatomy, have more rotation going out. So you might have just noticed during these capsular cars that it was easier to go out this way than it is to go this way, okay? That's totally normal just based on the anatomy of the stuff going on in here. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to improve internal tibial rotation as much as possible, okay? So we're gonna take ourselves to that end range actively, and now we're gonna passively guide it just a little bit deeper into a stretch, and that's where we're all holding. And now we're gonna be hitting a pails and rails set from here, okay? So now it's just everything but opposite. So very lightly, I want you to start to push with your leg and foot into external rotation, pushing out this way. And your hand is going to match that resistance. And then slowly, once you kind of find those muscles in your mind's eye, slowly ramp up how hard you're doing it until we reach that comfortable, safe maximum for you. Okay, we're all different. We're all snowflakes. Hold at this strongest, maximum, safest effort for another 8, 7, 6. Now we know what's going to happen at the end of this countdown. 5, 4. We're going to try to internally rotate even deeper than we did before. 3, 2, 1. And go ahead on your own. Actively visualize rotating this entire tibia through the pivot in your heel. And we're actively rotating. You're going to feel it all sorts of muscles along your lower leg. I know it burns. Keep holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, raise your hand if it burns, 2, 1, and deeper stretch. Good, relax the pushing, guide it into an even deeper stretch. Good, wow, our knee has never rotated in this much before. New PR, okay? It's April 16th, you're welcome. Good, I'll keep holding that stretch. Normally it's a 2-minute hold. Normally it's a full 2-minute hold. That's not what we're doing today though. Good, and go ahead and relax that hand. And let's take a couple of seconds to go through a few of these capsular cars all the way through. Good, go as far as you can in, and as far as you can out. And as far as you can in, and as far as you can out. Excellent, and relax. Woo! Left leg, complete. Right leg, okay? Right side. So first things first, let's bring that foot up and active. Keep the pivot through the heel, and let's go ahead and just rotate out and see what that's like on this side. And then let's rotate in and see what that's like on this side. You know, I always talk about this, keep going back and forth out. And then I always talk about this, your left side and your right side, whether it's your hip or your ankle or your knee, you know, they're brothers, they're not twins, right? So they're not gonna have the same exact capabilities and capacities. They start out the same, and then based on all your physical stuff that you've ever done in your life, all the sports that you've played between right and left sides, asymmetry start to develop. So it's okay if stuff is different between left and right side. We should just always be trying to make it the best. Good, and let's go ahead and take it one more time into internal as far as we can. And then out into external rotation. And now we're at the limit of our external rotation. Let's go ahead and bring that right hand across and into our foot. And let's guide it a little bit deeper into a stretch. Good, feel it through here. It should be, because this is the tissue that's stretching, right? If this is neutral, and now I'm forcing everything out this way, all of the stuff on this side is getting longer, and all of the stuff on this side is getting shorter. Good, keep holding that stretch. Now, as we begin this set of pails and rails, right, as with every pails and rails set, it's always more important to find in your mind's eye very specifically the stuff it takes to make this motion happen. So don't just go from 0 to 100 like, okay? Go very slowly at first. So like if you think about it like a meter, like going from 0 to 100. Start at 0 and then go to 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. So go ahead and start to kick on and start to rotate internally with this right leg. And slowly work your way up until you reach what your comfortable maximum is. Whatever that is on this side compared to the other side, and for you specifically with your knees, okay? And now we're at our comfortable maximum, and now we're holding together for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're pros now. We know what's coming. 3, 2, 1. And go ahead, externally rotate even deeper. So this is the rails component. We're trying to actively increase that range. Go ahead, actively externally rotate as hard as you can out. Feel that burn. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand across and guide it into a slightly deeper stretch than it was. We should be right on the edge of discomfort here. Hold. Feels like this thing's just gonna pop out that way. Like a good way, not in a bad way. Good. Normally we would hold both stretches for 2 minutes. And let's go ahead and slowly back that hand off and rotate internally as far as we can. Good, internally as far as we can. And now let's bring that left hand up and across and guide it just a little bit deeper into a stretch. Once again, internal rotation, it's just harder to feel, especially if you don't do this very often. Compared to external rotation, and that's just based on the anatomy. So it's just going to take a little bit more practice to improve internal rotation. Go ahead, very slightly start to push that lower leg into your hand. So we're pushing with our leg into external rotation out that way, and we're pushing down with our hand equally. And let's slowly work our way to our safest, most comfortable, maximum effort. Good, and now we're holding together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And internally rotate actively on your own as far as you can, actively visualizing this tibia rotating in through that pivot of your heel. Good. Rotate in and hold. Hold. Raise your hand if you feel the burn. Hold. Hold. Hold for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand across. Good. Guide into a little bit of a deeper stretch. Awesome. Let's go ahead and hit a few capsular knee cars from this position. Remember, we're keeping our upper part of our leg still, and we're just rotating through that heel in and out as far as we can. Good. In and out as far as we can. Excellent. Good. We're going to be coming back into 90-90 position. Okay, so right side, right leg forward, left leg back. Now, we have to all find a working position before we start the exercise. So what the exercise is focusing on knee hinges. So a knee hinge is just where we're bending the knee back and forth. Okay, but we're going to be doing knee hinges from 90-90. So we're going to be raising this back leg up this way, and we're just going to be extending out and then coming back as far as we can, trying to bend that knee as far as we can, and then extending out. Now your leg is gonna want to go forward. So you can use something like, if you have a yoga block or something like a water bottle, you can place it in front of your leg so that if you knock it over, you know that you're trying to cheat. That's one strategy. And then the other strategy is what this right arm is doing, okay? Right now I'm down on my elbow, making it easy to lift this leg up. If I'm up on my hand, it's a lot harder to lift this leg up, okay? What I want you to do is take a couple seconds and find where you can barely just lift this leg up off of the ground, okay? So if you're down on your elbow and your leg is coming up this high, this is too easy for you, okay? You're just gonna be doing knee hinges like this. What I want your leg to do is float off of the ground about 1 millimeter or 2. So find whatever position with this right arm, whether you're down on your elbow or you're up on your hand and the hand is either out away from you or close to your body. But the closer you get to your body and the more upright your torso is, the harder it is to lift this leg. Okay, so I want everybody to challenge themselves. So if you have a yoga block or something, you can put it in front of this left knee. Both hands can be down on this if you want. And let's go ahead and lift that back leg up off of the ground and slowly extend out. Good, and come back. That's rep 1. Keep it floating. Slowly extend out and come back. That's rep 2. Keep it floating. Slowly extend out and come back. And when we come back, we're trying to kick our heel to our butt as far as we can. Go, keep that leg floating. Ready, rep 4, out, and come back. And last one, ready, out, rep 5, extend as far as we can. And flex as far as we can, good, and down. Woo, awesome work. Let's focus on the front leg for a second. So front leg, knee hinges we're gonna do, and they're gonna look like this. You're gonna be lifting this front leg off of the ground, and then we're gonna be extending our leg out as wide as we can, and then flexing our leg as far as we can. So they're just gonna look like this. Now for this one, to modify for yourself, what you can do is, the more you lean forward this way, the harder it is to lift this leg up off of the ground. The more you lean back, the easier it is. So once again, I want you to challenge yourself, but find a position where your leg is barely coming off of the ground, okay? For me, it's pretty much upright. Okie doke. So, same thing. On the way back, okay? So as you extend and then come back, I want you to go past 90 and try to bring this heel as far towards your butt as possible, okay? You're thinking about extending and flexing just through the knee, okay? That's all we're thinking about. So, everybody find your position? Yes? Good. Awesome. Ready, and lift and float that front leg up. And go ahead and extend it out as far as you can. And come back and flex. Good. 2, all the way out. And come back and flex. Good. Ready, 3, all the way out. And come back and flex. Ready, 4, all the way out. Come back and flex. And last one, 5, all the way out. Come back and flex. And back down to 90. Whoa. I know left side's gonna not be fun. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So, left leg is forward. Right leg is back. First things first, okay? Back leg, knee hinges. We have to find a working position. So that means this hand is either gonna go away from us, or we're gonna go down on our elbow, or we're gonna be bringing it closer to our body. But find a place where this thing barely comes off of the ground, okay? Ready? Go ahead and lift that leg up and extend all the way out. And come back. Good. Flex all the way. That's 1. extend all the way out, and come back, flex, good, that's 2, ready, extend out, and flex, that's 3, extend out, and flex, that's 4, extend out, and flex, that's 5. Good. Front leg, same thing. We have to find a working position, and once again, remember, they're not the same. You can even see, like, from my 90-90, look at the difference between the left side forward, where I can't sit up, and then right side forward, where I can. Okay, it's a big difference. So between the two sides, you never know which side's good. So find that working position where this leg is barely gonna get off of the ground. Ready, everybody good to go? Awesome. Let's go ahead and lift that leg up. Extend it out. And flex. Good, that's 1. Extend out. And flex, that's 2. Extend out. And flex, that's 3. Extend out. And flex, that's 4. Last one, extend out. And flex, that's 5. Oh, good work, good work. Let's go back. We're gonna go back to the right side. And so now the fun part, we're gonna be transitioning from 90-90 to butterfly, okay, as a finisher. So this is called an isometric movement path. Isometric movement paths in Kinstretch are just hard ways to transition from one position to the other. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate what the path is gonna look like, but we've kind of just done some of the components of it, okay? So first things first, front leg, I'm gonna lift it up and just bend this knee as far as I can and then bring this leg back down. I'm gonna lean forward, lift this back leg up, rotate it open, and slowly sit into butterfly. And then to come back, it's just the same thing. So I'm gonna roll onto my right hip this way, actively bring this right knee down first, then lift this left leg up off of the ground, almost like a hip car, rotate it in, and land into back leg 90. And then I'm gonna lean back, lift this front leg, extend the knee, and now I'm back into 90-90, okay? So, everybody, right leg forward first. Ready, and lift that front leg up. Flex that knee as far as you can, and let the leg down. Good. Lean forward a little bit. If you want to make it more spicy, no hands. Lift that back leg up. Rotate it open. Nice and slow. Sit right into butterfly. Tall spine. Ready, let's come back. Same thing. On to that right side. Right knee goes down first. Left leg comes up. Open. Rotating in. Hover that leg down. Coming all back. Lifting the front leg up into 90. Good. Ready? Same thing. Up. Flex. And down. Lean forward. Back leg comes up. Slowly open. And down into butterfly. And we're coming back onto that right side. Left leg up. Rotate in. Knee goes down. Lean back. Good. Now, we're going to come back to butterfly one more time, but this time we're going to go to the other side, okay? So, let me just slide a little bit more this way. Ready, and lean back. lift that front leg up, flex that knee, and leg goes down. We go forward, back leg comes up, lift it up and open, and we sit nice and slowly in a butterfly, tall spine. We're going to the left now, so hike up onto that left hip, drive that left knee down towards the ground, right knee comes up, open, rotate in, and down in the back leg 90. Front leg, we gotta lean back, leg comes up, extend out, and we're in 90. Good, ready? Going back to butterfly. Back, leg goes up, flex first, and leg goes down. Lean our body weight forward. Back leg is light now, so let's lift it up. Rotate it open, keep that knee high up towards your shoulder and armpit. Slowly lean back into butterfly. And let's go back, up onto that left hip. Then drive that left knee down, opening that left hip. Right knee comes up, open, rotating in, and down. And then back leg, we lean back, lift that leg, and down. Awesome. You guys want to do one more? Yeah, cool. Ready? Lean back, lift that leg up, bend that knee, let it come down. We go forward, lift that back leg, rotate it up and open. We sit into butterfly. And let's go to the right side now. This is too much fun. Onto that right hip, knee goes down, up, out, look, ma, no hands. Good, and down, lean back, and into butterfly. Awesome job. You guys did great. Okay, so that concludes today's class. We explored on the ground, okay? So moving around on the ground without having to use your hands. A lot more important than you think, okay? Great job, everybody. And I will see y'all Tuesday at 11.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys.